My name is Richard Acheampong and I'm a pen specialist artist. I'm currently a resident artist at the Artworks East in Leighton, and I live in Wembley. Actually, it's because of my height. I was taller than everyone else, especially from like primary school. I was one of the tall kids. When I didn't like being tall, obviously now it's being tall is kind of cool. But yeah, that's where stretch came from. But now there's so many like connotations for it. Stretch is also derives from creating ideas, and that anything is possible is kind of what I live by. I was in reception, so maybe I was about 5 or 6 years old. What happened was there was actually sort of like a competition going on in my class. The teacher wanted us to draw something, and whoever finishes gets to play with the Lego. So I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to play with the Lego. So once the competition has been given out, I'm there drawing as quick as I can. I've dashed the paper to my teacher. I've ran off this way, given her the paper that way. Usually, if I'd done something like that, I'd get in trouble, but she had no issue with it because she saw some sort of talent on that piece of paper. By the time it was lunchtime that day, all the teachers in the year knew about my image. And then from there, I entered a competition that my GP was running. It was around Christmas time, so I drew the house, I drew the snow with it, had a snowman, presents, chimney, everything, you name it. And then I got the results back, and can you imagine, I won £5, but I was only 6 years old. So I'm thinking, oh, Mum, I've made it, I'm rich. Like, I thought I was gonna buy a car, a house, you know, we could move out the hood. You know? That's what I was thinking. Obviously £5 back then was a lot of money. So yeah, that's literally my first interaction with art. That's when I realized, okay, I might have a little bit of a talent here. Yes. So once I got into secondary school, art as one of my GCSEs. I also took up art as an A-level as well. And then right through to foundation course, I've done it at Camberwell. And then at university, I was studying arts and illustration, so illustration and visual media. But yeah, I've studied art like ever since I realized, okay, I've got some ability with it. Once I started doing pen imagery. I think this was potentially first ever time I was in secondary school. And then I stopped actually drawing for a while. It was only because I spoke to one of my friends called Sarah. Shout out to Sarah. During the COVID time, she like motivated me to start drawing again. And because I took such a break away from art, I started thinking, what else could I do to like relight this flame that I have? So I thought, instead of just like attacking it with pencil, let me start doing pen because I liked the effect it had on the paper. Yeah, that's been my focus ever since. Of course. So this one here, it was actually exhibited in my first ever involvement in an exhibition, the Ripple Effect exhibition, courtesy of the curator Leah. So this is Memphis Depay, who was playing for Lyon at the time, Olympic Lyon, in the France First Division. And the image itself, so I've drawn it in pen and I've put it through a computer and created a print out of it. So this is Hear No Evil. So that's why he's got his fingers in his ears. It was basically a sign to his critics saying he can't really hear them. And he's gonna play the way he wants to play regardless. I think he was coming under scrutiny because there was an array of games where he underperformed. But he just paid no mind to it, and he didn't really care what people had to say about him or his style of play. This is what I like to call an original. So once it's finished and done, I'll frame it. This will be like a one-on-one piece. This is Mike Tyson when he was undisputed. So he had all 3 of the heavyweight division belts. This is probably him in his pomp when he was unbelievable in the ring. He was devastating. And this is really a symbol of like power. And yeah, I just feel like this image was very powerful and iconic, and I feel like a lot of people can resonate with this image, because as soon as you see it, you know what era Mike was in. It's a good question, because I think what made me want to be an artist younger is not what makes me want to be an artist now. And I think just because my growth as an individual, God has given me this talent. I think the real reason is I just want to share this talent with as much people as I can, share this gift that God has given me. And hopefully people can also, feel as moved by my imagery as I do myself sometimes. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I just mean, as an artist, I think when you're drawing images, the emotions you feel, the excitement you feel when you finished, when you start, during the image, you also want people to have that sort of effect when they're looking at your work. So yeah, I think what motivates me is being able to share these pictures with so many other people, not just friends and family, but people I don't know as well. I think that's what excites me the most. So for my artwork, I think, for me, I always think of the word legacy. And I believe art is something that will definitely be withstanding in my legacy. And I think just as an individual, someone that was able to move and motivate people, and make people think a bit deeper about, decisions or things they're doing, and having a positive outlook on everything they're trying to do in their life. Keep going, things get better. Things get better. I think obviously at that age, it's probably the most traumatic thing that happened to me. Losing not only a parent, but my best friend as well. I genuinely mean that. I think the advice I'd give myself is just to keep going, trust the path and trust the process, and yeah, trust God, trust that things will come to light.